Yeah. How is he emotionally at this point? Is it frustration? Is it determination? Or what is the emotion of this 24 hours, I guess is the question.
Yeah, it was funny. He wasn't long after it making some jokes like there's this charity boxing match going on back home in Ireland, and had you heard about it?
No, I can imagine where you're going with this. I can
Right.
imagine, yeah,
So
conversation.
the main event is a guy who's in a wheelchair, and he's having a wheelchair boxing fight with an ex-Olympian, Paddy Barnes, an amazing boxer. And there's great
Which is
crack going on.
incredible.
Yeah, there's great build-up going. Now, the co-main event was Conor. Conor had volunteered to be the co-main event, where he was going to box. There's a guy called Al Foran who's an impressionist. You might have seen him do some of Conor's impressions.
Yeah.
So Conor was going to fight Conor, in the
Oh
co-main
my
event,
gosh.
which I thought was quite funny. He was
It
accepting
is.
his first ever co-main slot. He's been main event for a couple of years now, but anyway, while all in the heat of all this, he just turned and went, you know what? I'm going to do the wheelchair boxing fight now because he's off the street for a while. So he
It's
made a
good to
joke about
hear.
that, and
Yeah.
then the doctor was giving him all these strong painkillers. And he turned to the doctor and he goes, "Do you have anything spare there you could throw my coach's way, And then in the next moment you'll be in the dumps. It's somewhat, I say, like a major loss like this. It's
Yeah.
not to speak lightly about a death, but it's like the death of something, and it comes in waves, and you're upset, you're angry, you're happy, you're a bit all over the place. So he was just being his usual self. Just he was watching the fight back, and we were looking at different parts of it. And I was telling him, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. We don't know. Another moment in my life I would talk about would be the end of the Khabib fight. That was one of the lowest moments I can remember for myself. We lost a big sporting contest. I didn't like how it went at the end, and the other things that are around that. It's not for me. Um, Back home in my personal life, there were certain things going on within my gym and organization that were really negatively affecting me. Even ourselves, we're involved with Winter Warrior, and that was going okay, but it wasn't really going where I thought it would go. My point being is that everything felt as low as it could be. And now I look and like with the Warriors that are just going crazy in the last
Yeah.
while. I've got a beautiful son. My gym is going through the roof. You can see yourself in a point of time in your life, and you think, this is terrible. But I don't know what path it's going to knock me onto. That's going to actually end up. I look back and say, you know what, that was a positive thing. It made me make some changes. It made me go in this pathway instead of that pathway, which brought me to where I am now. So I've kind of like, with a little bit of age and a little bit of experience, to know that, failure is not final. It's not.
Yeah.
This is not it. This is not the end of the world. This is a sporting contest. This morning I woke up, the sun still rose. I still got to see my son on FaceTime. Orla still loves me. All the things that matter in my life are still exactly the same as they are. My family still check in on me, and that's the same for Conor. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. The rest of the stuff that's going on around us, we'll make adjustments, we'll make changes. We've done it before, we'll do it again.
And the fact that you say we will do it again, and the fact that you talk about, Connor watching the fight back, I think answers my next question for me. And that is today, as you sit here and as you are around Connor in this 24 hours, what is the likelihood that we will see him fight maybe next year, we'll say?
Laura, you're a fantastic interviewer. You really are. You just took
Thank
my
you.
whole philosophy there of 24 hours only, and somehow made that into, can you predict the next 6 months or 12 months? That's a gift.
I
That's a
gotta
gift.
try. I gotta
You're not
try,
being paid
John.
enough. I don't know what you're being paid, but you got to be paid more. Yeah, look, it's very hard to predict what the
It is.
future's going to be. Connor, I think he's always loved fighting. He's always loved competition. He's always loved preparation. But some of the changes we made in the lead up to this fight, for example, the 24-hour goals, keeping everything flexible, uh, even some of the approaches to the technical parts of the training, he was really like a kid in a candy shop. He was really enjoying it. Every day we seem to be just like smiles at the end of it. And you can have all the cars and the watches and all of this in the world, but if you what do you really want to do? What's
Yeah.
really enjoying? What do you really enjoy doing? And for some, that's, I don't know what it is, whether it's going out deep sea fishing or climbing or playing video games all day. I don't know. People love different things. He truly loves this, and it's hard to imagine him not wanting to come back, not wanting to do this again, because we really just got this fantastic rhythm. He's 33 in a couple of days' time, which is, I believe, is a sort of a physical year peaking at that area.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of where strength is meeting conditioning and mental and physical and spiritual maturity. Everything's coming together, and I think we've got a couple of years of this ahead of us. So if that future, which we don't talk about, but you somehow have me talking about, is going to be that, well then great, we'll do that. But 24-hour goals for today.
We're going to keep